Great to see you here again. My name is Luc de Custer, founder of the Custer Academy, and in this video I will look at the topics of value delivery, the risks and the triple constraints related to waterfall and agile projects. Let's have a look at the risks, but first don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. When we look at the adaptive process, let's say agile processes, we see that every step we have a small element of risk until, in this case, after 7 sprints, the project is completed. And what we see is that basically the evolution of risk goes down. We don't accumulate all the risk, but when we look at a predictive approach, predictive process like waterfall, we see that the risk increases towards the end of the project. And the reason is very simple. At the end of every sprint, when we look at the Scrum project approach, we see that we have some elements of risks that we deal with. We have something that is working. When we look at the predictive process, waterfall, we only see the entire completed project or product or service at the end. And there all the risk accumulates, and we see basically that the risk becomes very high in this region. Now, when we look at the triple constraint and we compare the triple constraint with waterfall and agile, we see that when we have a predictive process, we have the triple constraint. We have the cost, the time, and the scope. And typically what we have here is a plan-driven process. We have the constraints typically the scope, and the estimates, which are cost and time. When we have an agile approach, we have an inverse scope triangle or iron triangle. The constraints are time and cost, and the estimates are the scope. So what we are doing, we are looking at a certain time frame that we have a certain budget, and with that information, we try to create a project that complies with what we want to have. Instead of having a plan-driven approach, we have a value-driven approach. We create the value. We look at the value that we create when we are creating the scope, when we are completing the project. So that was the end of this video. Risk, triple constraint when we are looking at waterfall and agile. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the bell button, and every time we have a new video, YouTube will inform you about it. Thank you and bye-bye.